That's actually Japanese flag.
It's not with the black around it.
Oh, no.
And we're back!
No, he knocked his tripod.
Damn it! Brian, hit it again. Hit it again.
Is it working?
It's popping and snapping in my ear.
Yeah,
Hell of a lot.
It's like, don't move it. I had it.
No, you didn't have it. It's
Yeah.
popping. Like we
And
almost
branded
wore
stuff too.
Like if
I'm
you
not
just
getting paid
wore
enough.
jeans, then we would all be matching. This would be weird. Yes. Right. Was that a fart? What were you doing?
It's being weird.
Okay, right on. Cheers to that. That's right. Get it in you.
It's root beer. Okay, so Brandon, take it.
Take it away, Brandon.
Take it away. We can take it from here. I suppose. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? A couple guys in a room in a basement.
Should have put a clean pants on.
Brian doesn't usually wear clean pants, so that would kind of be a bit off-putting if he did.
Exactly.
So we're glad to see him with some dirty clothing, as usual.
Change my pants?
No, absolutely
No,
not.
don't change your pants. It's your girlfriend's been asking for you to do that many years, and it just never happens. Don't do it for the camera.
Right.
Just be you.
Be yourself.
Alrighty.
I keep waiting for him to hit the button when he reaches over there.
I didn't even know what he was doing. Why didn't that work? You better return that thing.
Yeah.
That
You
item's
didn't
no
push it?
good. I pushed it.
So,
Stupid button.
so here's the deal. We already have videos that I upload that nobody watches because I'm boring. So
Edit.
I will.
Edit.
I'm not gonna edit it. That's the truth. Comment down below why you don't watch my videos and hit like, subscribe, have bell notifications, etc. So I'm still gonna upload those for like just recaps and like so you can see racing and stuff. But when I'm in the garage filming on my own, I'm not with my buddies. It's hard to get my buddies over to just like
I'm a paid
goof
actor.
off.
Yeah.
So I paid these actors to come hang out.
Just sit in. Yeah.
So a little bit about myself. I'm the creator of this channel that you're currently on.
And you are the pilot of the Lil Pickle.
Little Pickle.
You do have a fan base.
Yep.
Uh,
Well-known hot rod, both in Canada and now in the
Yeah.
United States.
Yep.
So yeah, everybody of the tens of hundreds of single people watching this right now already know me. So who wants to
Or
go
your car.
first?
They know your car. They've seen the car.
Well, they know me from standing in the garage talking about the car, doing this.
This is true. Yeah,
Right.
sorry.
Touching
yeah,
my
yeah.
head, holding the camera like this. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
That looks like a pose right there.
Yeah. Watch it. Go back, watch any of the videos of me in the garage. Every 2 seconds, I'm holding my head because I'm trying to think of what.
It's
I'll do.
like the nervous, I don't know what to do
Yeah, pretty
kind
much.
of thing. Yeah.
I feel like I'm not as awkward when the camera's on a tripod.
Right.
When I'm holding it like this, like selfie, I'm not a selfie type person or whatever.
You have made good quality videos, like when you're lathing something or machining or welding something. When you get that camera in there and show detail work, it's pretty interesting.
That is pretty cool.
The 50 people that watched those videos.
They're all saying the same thing.
Entertained. 50's a lot of people. We got 3 people in here.
Yeah.
It's a little bit crowded, honestly. So
Yep. No.
taking up a little bit of space.
I'm gonna watch this, and you're gonna post it on YouTube, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Mom, Dad, look at me! I'm on YouTube." And they're gonna watch it. You're just gonna be getting the
That's
views
what it's
from
about.
there
That's
because
what
they're
it's
gonna
about.
talk to their elderly retired friends, and
Yeah, you
they're
can't
probably
compare.
gonna watch it too.
Can't compare to Cletus right off the bat. Cletus has got a little leg up.
Yeah.
Right.
YouTube. I feel like if you did YouTube 15 years ago, there was way less people on it.
For sure. For sure.
So I
Yeah.
feel like you could probably, if you were like, you could probably get it rolling a little bit easier, maybe.
You could corner a niche market for sure, right?
Are you thinking right now it's easier?
No, now I feel like it's harder.
It's just swamped with
I also-
BS.
I also feel like
Unlike this, of
Unlike-
course.
This is just good quality stuff.
Oh, it was good.
it's good.
Oh,
It was
It's
good.
perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
It's perfect.
Sorry, I got excited. I heard the clapping and whatnot.
No, I feel like Yeah, it's probably harder to get it rolling. I also feel like I'm not consistent with videos, so hopefully
That's a big part too,
this
right?
helps,
Yes.
maybe.
Something that's consistent. Also, the people you're trying to reach, right? Like 50 views of random people that click the thumbnail because it looked interesting versus 50 views of people that you're going to be able to connect with. All your your content, stuff like this, stuff like the other footage, people that are interested in it. I think it's, maybe you're not going to have a big, huge view count, but it could have an impact, right?
Right.
Build a brand, some recognition, You roll up to a track in the States, people know the pickle,
Friggin' right, they know the pickle.
There's funny stories that people know also.
Are they all true?
About
They might not be, but I can't even say now because people have said let them believe that.
Oh, can we
So-
leak some of that out? Like, do you
something.
actually test your car on dirt roads? Do you?
in the winter, do you test the car on the ice
Okay, so
with studded tires?
legit, I have a video of launching the car on snow
Oh yeah.
towards my
Yeah.
trailer
On slicks.
on slicks.
Yeah.
And
But that is
I feel like it would have went, but I like
would have went what?
I instantly had to get out of it.
Yeah.
I think we would have had like a 150, 60 foot.
All right. I mean, you're putting some pressure on me with that. But
Like we were downhill towards the trailer, but still. Yeah, so that whole dirt road thing, they're not gonna watch this anyways.
But
You might
this
as well
game,
just
this
let
is
them know.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
so-
was the Murder Nova reference. Is this where we're headed with that?
No.
It's even before that.
No, Murder Nova thought that I raced the Little Pickle on ice
Right.
because I had mentioned that we ice race cars,
Up in Canada.
In Canada,
Yeah.
yes.
and somebody put my car and that comment together.
Right.
But we were just at Iowa, and one of the guys told me one of my rumors that goes around, and he asked if it was true that I actually test on dirt roads.
Huh.
But I know where that comment came from because I tell people there's nowhere for me to test because all we have is dirt roads, except for our main roads in town and everything, which you can't test on. So
Can't even drive on them.
Yeah, so potholes. So somehow that turned into me testing on dirt roads.
Yeah, this is how rumors propagate.
Yeah.
I like it though. It's
yeah,
a good
no,
rumor to
it's
have.
good. It's good. Plus, the car gets down everywhere. That's also the thing. It's not like it's just a rumor and it's not, there's no foundation for it. You go to any track, pretty much, you show up anywhere, big tire, small tire, and you put that thing down through there pretty consistently. So there's a reason why people would believe, like, fuck, this guy tests on dirt roads.
I mean, just by looking at your character, kind of looks like you test on dirt roads.
It's, you know,
daily.
You're not doing a lot to disprove the rumor. Is what we're saying. So,
And that's the best part about being an underdog, right?
Any
know what?
testing I do, the dirt falls off my pants onto the road.
that I've also seen you get personally called out for how dirty the car has been at some of these bigger events too. And
Has
not
it
meaning
been
to
more
put-
than one? Because Brainerd was
No, it
hilarious.
was just Brainerd.
Okay, that guy was. He was on a tear.
Okay, but I think later I went back. The driver's side window was dirty,
Just the window.
just the window.
It must have been on the inside because we did wipe down your car.
I think he was just talking about because the driver's side window was dusty. Because he was like, "Can you even fucking see all that thing?" Blah blah. Like that's what'd you do? Paint it
You're
paint
like-
it with grit?
You're like, I sprayed it. I sprayed it off. He's like, would you spray it in dirt? Brainerd guy? That was funny.
Yeah. So I don't think he was making fun of the paint job.
No, just
I
the
think
car.
he was
a little
just.
bit of dust
I
on
think
it.
it was just
Filthy.
because it was dusty on
Yeah.
the windows and stuff. But
Yeah.
Well, it's because you're testing on dirt the weekend before.
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
She's dirty.
Yeah.
That's all right though.
Those mud
Rumors are
and snow
fun,
tires.
right? They get people talking.
Oh, for sure.
So,
So yeah, we'll. I think we'll do these little like sit down kind of.
yeah, it gives us a
Just-
chance to like chat about stuff we're interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people out there interested in too.
I'm
Progress
hoping-
with the car.
I'm hoping people will just like leave comments underneath so that next time.
About what they want to hear,
Yeah.
what they want to see.
Questions. Just ridiculous stuff that you think we should talk about.
Yeah.
What else?
Dares.
Cheers.
I got a full bottle of little pickles in the fridge right now. I was gonna see if Brian would stuff as many as he could in his mouth or something just for some views, but we'll wait for another day. Comment down below if you'd like to see that. Anyway.
yeah. We can expedite that episode. Yeah.
I feel like this will just turn into a different style podcast.
Well,
It may.
mean,
What can you stick in your mouth?
yeah, I don't think I want to watch that, but
That's fair.
some people might.
There's enough other stuff though. Like I look at it like an opportunity where we got Brian tucked in a corner here. He's captive. We can ping him with all sorts of motorsports related questions, racing questions, bench racing, which is something that I like to do on the weekends when we're not actually working on the cars, is like talking about how to make them quicker.
This is gonna be the sub
It's a sub.
genre in the YouTube, and it's gonna say bench racing episode 1 through
Got it, okay.
7,000.
Okay.
So I'm stealing that name.
See
Good
about
name.
that. See about that. I'll see you in litigation.
Nice.
But yeah, plus, you know, whatever
All
else
it is,
is coming
type
up
it
that's interesting. Like Brian's new welder,
Yeah,
new
so
Chicom
coming in.
welder.
You got that ordered, right?
she's ordered. I'm one of those kind of guys that has lots of stuff because I try and do everything myself. So if I had the best of everything, I wouldn't be where I am.
You wouldn't
makes
have
sense.
all
Sitting
of it.
in
You
this
wouldn't
room
have all
with
of it.
two of
yeah.
your friends? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'd-
That's the way I'm taking
I
it.
feel like that'd be easier if I didn't.
If you
have
had
to.
everything new, like all the good stuff.
Like sometimes I think.
Am I
maybe-
like low caliber? Is that what you're trying to say, Brian?
I'm just. I'm saying like, if I want to fix something,
You know
Well-
how to do it.
well, you want to weld aluminum. Usually
You
you
need
need a TIG welder
yeah.
or a spool gun. So
Yep.
then you gotta buy a TIG welder. But you do MIG welding on random metal, fixing trailers, blah blah blah.
Yep.
So then you need a MIG welder. And then you want to do some lathe stuff because you want to make your own cylinders or something. So then you buy a 12-foot lathe for some reason.
I think it's badass though.
Yeah, I need a milling machine. Anybody want to just... You want this in the
Put that
background?
out there.
The address will just be posted right here. Send it right to Brian's house.
That's,
That was a good cheer.
yeah,
that was
just-
a solo cheer. I left you hanging.
Like you
Sorry.
just send me a milling machine for like dirt cheap, and I'll just mention you in the. I'll do that Patreon thing. That scrolls down.
Your name will scroll at the
Your
end of
name
the
will
video.
link in the
Scroll.
description.
Yeah.
Definitely make some chips on it though. Definitely make some cool shit.
Oh yeah.
Hell
Right?
yeah.
That's the thing with getting used stuff or cheap stuff or some broken stuff that you can fix and then use, is it gives you opportunity to do a heck of a lot more if you had to buy brand new fresh stuff off the shelf.
Yeah, it's
Right.
too expensive.
Yeah,
too
I mean, like
expensive.
I had that 2018 GMC, and you never worked on that once, so I had to sell that thing so you can work on my 08 Ford Escape. Eee.
We've barely worked on it.
Wow, just
Barely
'cause
is relative,
It's
I guess.
like new to me, but
It's had it 3
But-
weeks.
Yeah.
but the kind of work that it needed already, man, that could have been a YouTube video right there.
No,
We will not say what we need to do to
No.
that.
it's fixed and it's safe.
and it's
Yeah.
quiet.
Well, we got I
cheap
think
stuff.
an upcoming
Welder.
welder comparison to kind of put some of that to the test, right?
Yeah. So Brandon and your dad, right? You and your dad chipped in
yep,
or went halfers or whatever on a quality piece.
a brand name TIG.
Brand name
Brand
TIG
name.
welder. Lincoln 200 amp, you said? Something like that?
Yeah.
Part number will be in the video because
Yeah.
we'll have it in front of us. But, so I used to have an Eastwood TIG welder. I've probably had it for 12, 13 years. And I can clearly say that's one of the most used tools I have in the garage. Like, I use my hoist daily, but fabrication side of it, TIG welder for sure.
Yeah. That thing went to town. I
Yeah.
built a little pickle.
Built a pickle. It built a lot of other cars too over the years, right?
Yeah.
Chassis of my car, the cage anyway.
Yeah, we did yours with it. So we went to go do some hot side welding on Mike's car, and I flicked the welder on. The lights would all come on. You go strike an arc, nothing would happen. I had to buy a circuit board. And it's got a bunch of transistors on it and everything, so heat sinks. Bolt that in, worked. But now it's a couple months later, and I went to go do the welding on the block, and like something's wrong.
Nope.
Yeah, something's going on with it. So there's some Black Friday stuff going on. So I ordered a Yes, welder.
Is that the
Translation
knockoff
on
name?
that. Some sort of Chicom
Yes, welder.
offshore.
Yes, welder.
Okay.
Is that a welder? Yes, it's a welder.
Yeah.
It's a welder.
So, it actually doesn't come with a foot pedal, which is weird. I think that's their way of keeping it cheaper.
Can you run a foot pedal with it, or is it scratch start?
No, you can run a foot pedal with it. It just comes with a TIG torch that has a button on
button.
it.
That's okay.
But it uses a 5-pin pedal, so
Okay.
the
Yeah, so
Eastwood
you
pedal
put
might work with
pedal
it.
on it,
So
yeah.
we'll have to try that. But well, that's the thing. My Eastwood pedal. I think I'm too loud.
Did you just turn yourself up?
I was turning it down.
I
So
think you turned me down.
my Eastwood pedal is actually screwed up too.
Okay.
So
The
I
pedal's a
bet-
problem.
Damn those Eastwood pedals.
So I've actually just been like setting what I want to be welding at, and then using the pedal just as an on or off.
Just
So,
a switch.
Yeah,
Just come on, yeah.
it doesn't have its sweep. So
Okay.
so that pedal's useless too, I guess.
Now, could that just be the issue with the fact you're not getting any current?
No, because I've switched the welder to think that I'm using the trigger
the
button.
button.
So it's just looking for an on off.
Okay.
I did try both ways,
Okay.
but
So you got the new Yes welder coming
new Yes welder.
off Amazon. Is this an Amazon welder?
Yeah, it was Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon welder.
Is it the best seller? Do you have Prime?
I have Prime.
Okay.
Prime
2
doesn't
days.
do anything.
It should be here in 2 days.
Yeah,
Even in
not-
Canada.
Yeah, it should be.
Did you just turn me down again?
It should be here in 2 days. Leave a comment down below if you're pissed off at Amazon Prime because it sucks. I pay like
Well-
$9.99 so I can watch shitty Canadian friggin' movies. The U.S.
All people
Amazon
need to
gets
be
all good
watching is
movies,
I think you need
Little
a
Pickle
VPN.
racing videos.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
So welder will be here. So what's in order?
Don't
a little
change the
comparison.
subject.
No. Okay.
Wait, you
you're
work
on
for
Amazon
Amazon?
right now.
Brian's fuming right now.
You work for Amazon? I haven't got anything in
Amazon,
2 days
do
a
you have
month.
any dart aluminum blocks you can send over to Brian?
Friggin'
We'll
months.
edit out the other shit.
Where's the angry pitchfork crowd?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, that's gonna be here. So I think it's supposed to show up Friday.
Okay.
So hopefully this video will be out before Friday. But you know, your boy's gotta edit.
See what happens. Yeah.
Man's gotta edit.
Trevor's gonna edit this one.
Fuck no. I don't know how to edit.
I don't know. So that welder will be here, and then we're gonna put it up against the Eastwood welder too.
And we're
So
gonna
we have
just
a-
start welding on the little pickle frame.
Probably start on a piece
Yeah, we'll
of scrap
try-
first.
No, we're
Start
not.
with something different, maybe.
We're gonna teach Trevor to TIG weld on
Well, that's the
your
thing.
4-link.
If we can get both welders here with a non-experienced welder, I'll let you know what's fucking good or not.
That's a good point. So we'll have an unbiased test session. 3 welders, 3 TIG welders, 3 welding personnel. And we'll see what happens, I guess. Do you
Yeah,
have
it
any
should work.
conditions for the test? What are you curious about in particular? Or if there's anything that you think is not going to be sufficient with the Chinese welder, what do you think it'll be? Like, where do you think that one will be kind of behind the brand name?
It's 250 amps,
Hmm.
but I'm worried that maybe 250 amps isn't the same as 200 amps on a Lincoln. I don't know how
It's
they
possible,
measure
yeah.
their amperage. That's the thing.
Like Chinese 250 is more like 150.
I don't know. It's just
Or
I feel like
even-
Chinese stuff is way better than it used to be.
Yeah, it can be, I suppose.
I know they use cheaper parts for sure. Like even in the Eastwood stuff, things that would be like metal or like harder composite parts in like a Miller or a Lincoln are just like cheap plastic parts in the Eastwood. Like that
Yeah.
piece that was busted
Yep,
that I showed you
yep.
guys today.
Yeah, injection
I've
molded stuff.
I've noticed that kind of stuff, but
I'd be curious. One thing is like duty cycle, and even if you can run that machine at 250, how much duty cycle you can actually get up there
right, because this thing claims to be 60% duty cycle
at 250.
at 250.
Wow, so that's a lot. It's a lot on time, a
Yeah.
lot of current. So
Freaking-
that'll be interesting to see. We can really put them.
Interesting
put
to
them
see
to
the
the test.
hydro bill when I'm done.
It will.
Zing! What are you welding next?
Yeah, will we do a practical test, or are we
Okay,
gonna
guys.
just put
What?
some strips and
thought you
run
were done.
some?
I gotta
There's
do
some repair in
some
the block.
layering. The main part of the block is done, like the shape and everything's stuck back together, but I gotta build up the rest of the shape.
So
Cosmetic areas now. So
you knock the side out of a block with a rod. You put the side back on the block.
yeah,
Melted a bunch of wire in it.
spool
stuck
gunned
back
it
together.
because the TIG welder. At first, I was just thinking like TIG welder's not gonna handle it, and then I watched Pete's video, HED Pete,
Real good at doing stuff.
and his like melted his block like nothing. So then that kind of got me starting to think, because I just instantly went back to the spool gun
Right.
because I was like, oh, like I preheated the block. TIG welder wasn't working. I was like, okay, well it's just sucking too much. The block's too big heat sink kind of, but the spool gun just blows through anything. So, but yeah, I watched Pete's video and he's got no problems doing it. His is a big welder for sure, but that kind of got me thinking. And then the more I tested things, the more I could tell like something's wrong in that Eastwood welder.
Yeah. So we'll put them to the test.
You
Put the
looked at
yes.
me. Thanks, buddy.
It's all right.
So we're gonna do that, and then I don't know what else we could do on here.
I think you should just jam your engine parts right in there without getting it machined. Just do it. Full faith in those welds. Just let the crankshaft, clearance itself.
I feel like that center main would spin if we didn't weld
Spin a
it.
bearing.
Yeah.
Just because the way that it's like 3 thou pulled right now to one side.
So you broke the portion of the block that's adjacent to this center main cap,
Yep.
and once you welded that section back in, it pulled part of that
pulled
main
on
bore.
the main, yeah. So
Okay, so it opened up your clearance on one part
just
of that
because
main.
the way the cylinders go right underneath the main, it's pretty thin in one spot of the main. So with that being busted out, I could see it how it would like distort the main back. So
your thought is that you're gonna have to fill part of the main on the block side and then have it rebored.
yeah, give Carl a little bit more work.
Yeah, a little bit
Attaboy,
of work at the
Carl.
machine shop. So what does the machining
Attaboy.
list look like on this block after repair? It was cast aluminum block.
Yep.
Knock the side out of it for sure. You got pan rail damaged. Obviously this main.
Pan rail's
damaged.
not a huge deal because I just silicone my pans on anyways.
Okay.
So you could theoretically just finish that with a file,
Okay.
and it should be fine.
How about the main cap mating surface?
Main cap, main
Where it
surface
comes
is
up
gonna
next to the rail.
probably get filed.
Okay. Okay.
No, I think Carl will probably want to stick that one in the milling machine.
Yep, just touch it
And
up,
just-
clean it up with an end mill.
Yeah,
even.
just face that. Then we're gonna have to line bore it for sure. Hopefully that's it. We're gonna have to bore the cylinders back so that we can push 2 sleeves in.
So the 2 holes near the damage,
Yeah.
those are the ones that also
And
need
the
a little
one,
bit.
and the one beside, because there's that giant crack up
Okay.
the side, so that 2 cylinders share that crack.
Okay, so you got to put 3 new sleeves in.
Saved one.
Saved 1. Okay, 2 new sleeves.
Two
one.
new sleeves, one
recovered
saved
sleeve?
recovered sleeve,
Okay.
and then might have to touch the deck up depending
Okay.
if the main pulled, it might have pulled the deck or something. So.
And how about camshaft and lifters?
Lifters need like a quick bore job.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're getting too deep into the engine talk again. Losing
I like to
viewers.
hear about that stuff, though. I think that's interesting.
Losing viewers.
No, because I'd like to build an aluminum motor this winter, too.
Are you
Right.
doing it?
I would
Oh,
like to, yes. I'm looking for a
nice.
block, but I'm not quite looking for the fancy aftermarket kit that Brian employs in his motor. I would look for another stock GM block. Right now I have a iron block, aluminum head. I would look for an aluminum block to knock a little bit of weight off the nose as well. So use it, but he's waiting. And we're back.
And we're back.
Sorry.
All right, no, it's good.
I was having an in-depth conversation with Brandon.
Yeah, I know,
over
and
there.
that's
Yeah,
why
I just
about engine
totally
stuff,
ruined
But
it.
that's
So
okay.
that's what we're
That's
supposed
fine,
to be
yeah.
doing. So you would just get
Oh no! Don't just cut in now. Don't just cut in. You killed the mood.
So, yeah, no, we were having some in-depth discussion about the block repair. Why? Is because I'm curious for my own
Right.
personal reasons. I'd like to
so
build
I'm
an
not-
aluminum motor too.
I'm not an LS guy.
You're not an
I'm
LS guy.
old school
Right.
small block Chevy. So what is the year aluminum block to go with an LS? Are they all
What-
6-liter aluminum block?
No, so to my knowledge, there are aluminum 4853 small engines. This is small bore.
Yep.
I like the square port cylinder head with a big intake valve. So I would be biased towards a larger bore size, 4-inch bore,
And
something
that's
like
a
this.
6
This is
liter?
a 6-liter 6.2.
Yep.
So ideally, best case, come across a 6.2 block, GM aluminum block, something 2007 or newer, and put the square port cylinder heads on it, and kind of put together a package like that. Good rod and piston and crankshaft, and kind of push that. So it would be like a, what would
So
you say, a scaled down version of the power plant you got in yours.
mine's from NASCAR.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what are the changes you're doing this year then?
Well, it might be a little bit dependent on the final engine, but I think we're gonna change the power adder. I think I'm done with the baby bottle on the car.
Oh shit!
I will also be applauding when it happens. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Are we going Pro Charger?
I don't think I'm gonna do a Pro Charger. I drive the car in the street, and there's
How
something.
close do you think that your street car is going to become full-time dragster?
I think it won't be full time drag car until I replace it with another street car.
I think that
I
is
think the
thing,
sickness is everybody just wants to go faster, and the faster you
But
go,
I think
Yeah.
that he'll go faster with turbos over nitrous for sure. But I think the thing is, as things keep getting more and more expensive, and it's harder to travel far because fuel prices and stuff,
Yep.
having a street car that you can still race and travel with to go race, but then enjoy it the rest of the summer, I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's a thing for me. That's a condition for me. Like, although the car got quicker and faster the last few years, really nothing changed in terms. It's still the same way I drive it to work. I just kept putting more nitrous and pushing the car a bit harder, 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 but it's still the same. So it's more or less streetable as it is, right? Change the tires, put mufflers on it, and just drive it around. So I think a Pro Charger, the motor would become a lot more radical. You're always spinning the big blower. It's always going to be making boost, and I think it would just be harder on parts in general. I would like it. I think it's pretty badass, particularly with the stick. I think it would work well, but I think the turbo is going to be easiest thing to manage, most versatile.
like as a street car, that thing would be constantly sideways with the Pro Charger.
It might be, yeah, yeah.
Every
yeah,
gear,
yeah.
it's like
Yeah, you definitely have to
It depends how much
drive
boost
it
you're putting
reasonably.
in.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's one of those things. I went Pro Charger because I was nitrous, and it makes sense to me still.
Mhm.
There's no bumping in, doing all that
Mhm.
weird stuff. You don't have to worry about like pushing your thrust bearing out of your engine. But if my car was turboed versus Pro Charger, it would be a lot less heat bag to go do stuff with it.
right.
Like if you wanted to go down the highway in your turbo, even if you didn't have exhaust, it's not as loud as friggin' zoomies in a Pro Charger.
Yeah, Pro Charger. Yeah, so if you're gonna go out make a test pass or something, or I wanted to go out cruise the car, maybe I'm gonna bang a couple gears.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a 5 alarm event, and yeah, bring the whole township out. Yeah, so there's that too. But I won't be bumping in because I'll have a clutch, so I'll be able to put it in the beam and then just put it
yeah.
right on the chip. So that's one thing to avoid. And then I think with that though, I think the only way that I do the turbo is also moving to EFI at the same time. I'm not really interested in doing the blow through deal. I know you had some experience with that, with some good results too, but it became, the technology's there now. I'm really a step behind if I'm not running that
Yeah.
type of thing. So
Like the
I know
blow
I need
through is
it.
fast till it burnt my motor up.
Right. Yeah. And you had the Holly on the car though by that point, right? Is that correct? You had the Holly on it.
Yep.
Yeah. So you had a Holly running the ignition and
Ho-
stuff.
Holly was running the ignition and just data logging.
Data logging. Yeah.
Do you have any concern with
Car
Brian?
was
He
just
just
burning it up.
makes passes and throw rods through his block. That you're gonna make passes and drive on the street, as the engine's doing double time, I guess,
Yeah.
compared to him.
Yeah, but I mean, really, street miles are easy miles. There's not a lot of them. I'm not gonna probably do drag week with this car the way it is.
I do think that steel rods might be a thing.
Yeah, Steel rods make more sense.
Yeah.
Let's just take it back down to steel and iron. What's this aluminum shit?
I was
With
actually
service lights and
thinking
stuff.
of I have a set of aluminum rods, so that's gonna make me stick with aluminum rods. But because I already know the bob weights and everything, get the crank balanced and all that. But I don't know if I threw something together as a backup, I might put different rods in it.
Steel rod just for peace of mind and not having to go to service the rods on that interval.
Yeah, like when we were nitrous, the car still revved fast and everything, and it was steel rods.
You think that you could drop in an iron block with steel rods into your tune right now and it would still run the same passes?
Probably. It's probably not that big of a difference.
Probably be just the weight on the nose would be the thing, right?
That's just it, right?
Like the thing revs up fast anyways.
Yeah, I don't think that will be the issue. Making the power with I don't think the grams on the rods are going to be an issue for slew rate or anything. But
Could be though. Never know. I don't have any back-to-back testing.
How much boost did that motor make on the last pass?
On mine?
Yeah,
I think the last pass or the one before it? Like how much
I figured it was about the same.
Yeah, I think we're like 8.5 pounds now.
Okay. Plus 30. I think.
Yeah.
I think with 38 psi boost on a port of that cross sectional area, I don't think you're gonna have any issue getting that motor to RPM.
Yeah.
But
I
hey,
agree.
maybe we can do a free rev experiment.
Do you play any instruments?
I pretend to, yeah.
What do you normally pretend to play?
Guitar, yeah. Drums,
Leg or just air? Or do you actually
electric, yeah.
The
You
thing-
have one?
Yep, yeah. I have a
Hey!
handful.
What?
A handful.
He plays electric guitar.
And
We got
I
a
already
fucking
knew.
band right here.
Yeah,
3 electric
actually do.
guitarists?
Well, I'll play drums. Holy
It's
fuck.
already 5.
It's 458 Canadian
I know.
right now.
Okay, so they know me. Now they need to know Brandon. What's the deal?
What's my deal? And how I know the pickle? Yeah, how did I even end up here?
Like you
It's
just
actually,
came
You got paid, remember? Paid.
yeah, I was before I won the sweepstakes to get invited.
Can
to
I
the
get that
podcast.
money before you go?
It's in the mail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you know how we got linked up?
I have no
Running
idea.
Together?
LinkedIn.
Did you guys
On
work
LinkedIn
together at
as
one time?
professionals? We did not. No, I think we had enough age separation that we weren't really destined to cross paths, I suppose. So I was always hanging out at the drag strip as a kid and like in shops and whatnot. And at a certain point, I was helping out on the chassis dyno. I think Brian was bringing his car to run on the chassis dyno.
So you were working at Sled Ed's?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You're younger
Yeah,
than
yeah.
him,
Yeah.
clearly.
Why he's old.
Brian's younger than me, and yeah, I was helping out at Ed's Dyno, running some cars on it, and Brian pulled up with a Nova one day. And
Yeah.
I think I stuck around, helped out a little bit, strapping the car like I don't think I was turning many wrenches or whatnot.
Right.
I think we ended up talking. Brian thought I was kind of like a little brat or something, and
Were you
whatever.
thinking that, Brad?
He had a
Oh.
certain impression.
Or was it the time that they did like the open dyno thing where like 10 imports were on it? And
I was
then
there
brought
too
the
for
Nova?
that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So that might have been the time because it was like end of the day. You were like last car of the day at a dyno day kind of thing.
I was just in the parking lot revving my car.
Till they let him on, and we let him on. Made some hits, but then I think you ended up coming back, and I also came out and assisted
Yeah, I remember
again.
seeing you at the dyno a
which
couple
was,
times for sure.
And then from there, I don't know. Maybe we went to a race event or something. Anyway, I helped turn some wrenches on the pickle when you'd go test different things like this.
Yeah, because you were in Chicago with us.
Yep. Did
And
Chicago.
you came to Kansas with us.
Did Kansas.
Was the pickle at the time?
Pickle
or
was
was
the
it
pickle.
the plum?
No, it was the
four-door?
no. This is modern era.
Okay.
Yeah, modern era pickle, green pickle, nitrous motor. When we started, when I was helping, it was nitrous motor. I remember going testing at Grove Creek and some places like this with the nitrous motor. I also had my Nova at the time. I have a 70 Nova, street car though, but I was not competing with it like actively like you were.
I wasn't even competing yet, though. That's just when, like, we went to Grove Creek to test, and then we went to Chicago. That was the first no prep I ever went to.
Like a heads up kind of race because
Yeah.
you were bracket racing the car.
And then Yeah, then we went back to Kansas that year too. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Big cheat.
So you spend enough hours on like long road trips like that, and you get fairly well acquainted, I
Yep.
suppose. So, and that was a number of years ago now. Now it's a lot more fun when I can also run a car, right? It's great to be on the crew,
Absolutely.
but it's a lot of fun to make some passes as well. So,
And then Trevor.
That year that we went down to the Terrace Bay Drags, was that your first time ever at a drag fest? It was me, you, and your dad for sure. I don't know if anybody else was involved.
To watch?
Yes.
That was yes.
That was your first one? So that was my first one also. And then
I'm pretty sure that was
we had a goal every single year. We're going to fucking build something. We're going to go race it. And it's like every single year Terrace Bay would come around. Just one time event.
yep.
We were hyped for it.
It's our
100%.
our once or twice per year local drag race event.
Old
Yeah,
airport converted to a drag strip.
And then I think that his real love came from it when I got runner-up one year.
Really?
And I took that $150 cash prize and I bought everybody pizza. Gone.
What year is this? When you guys first went and watched?
Frack. Oh,
Give me
when
some
we
sort
went
of
and watched,
timeline,
it was late 90s.
We would have
Really?
went and watched. We were like 16
Yeah, it
because
was
I
late
went
90s.
and raced the 4-door when I first got my license. So I would have been 17,
Right.
which was like
Wow.
20.
That was a turning point. That was like our goal every single
It
year.
was like 13 years ago.
race.
13 years.
Fortunately,
cool.
I only raced once and that was it.
I was hanging out at the track at that time. I wouldn't have known you guys because I was a kid, but
And we were just kids.
you were also kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed.
I mean, I was like
We
8
missed
years
one
old.
year. The first year of the little pickle car, it was 4-linked back half car, and we missed it because
The windshield, right?
yeah, we painted it the night before.
And
And
you had a
then-
spare windshield, I think.
Yeah, but the windshield was out
But it
of
was
a
from like a
4-door.
4-door or something. It was the wrong
And
size.
they're different. Oh,
They're different. So then I was all bummed out and everything. Went home, trailered the car home, and then Trevor calls me the morning of Terrace Bay, and he's like, "Floyd's Auto Glass has a windshield in stock. Go get it done." And I was like tapped out too. Like I had no money. I spent all my money on paint and getting the car ready and all that stuff.
Didn't
So
I
then-
pay for that windshield? Pretty sure I paid for that windshield.
You might have.
I think I paid for it. Go get it done. Get you there.
Yeah, so we went and got the windshield put in. Go home, go load everything up. Starter on the car's pooched.
Yeah, that was just destined to not happen
Yeah.
that weekend.
And then DC Dave didn't have a starter.
But you know what? Sadly, someone at the track probably had a starter.
Oh, 100%.
Just not really worth paying the entry fee and whatnot just to find out that they don't.
Someone would have had just, like, me being young, not knowing about it. I'm looking for, like, a mini, small
Right.
reduction starter or whatever because it was like a 58 tooth flywheel or something. It was 400 small block, de-stroked, blah, blah, all that kind of stuff. So I'm, like, looking for an aftermarket starter that's going to work. But there would have been an on-the-shelf starter that would have worked. On
just
that
like
block.
at a Napa or something.
Yeah.
They would have bolted up and spun the wheel.
Yeah, either the 400 starter or the 350 starter,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it was at the time. So
It would not have been easy to bring you back to life from there because you're
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much, it's done. It's not
yeah,
happening.
it was done, and then it was the comeback, and then,
And then it was
and then it was
disappointing
done again, and then it was just at the point where there was no comeback. So
But that's fine. I mean, that got your ass in gear to be ready for the next year. And
Yep.
yeah,
now you're attending multiple events. So
Every year
And
since then.
car went at 12.6.
Really?
not
That's
bad.
respectable, yeah. Was it
Yeah.
still street car at the time?
It was
Yep.
Yeah, you had that thing plated.
So that was 4-link. You back halved it.
back half
4-link.
4-link.
It's still 400 small block or
It
D-stroke.
was a 377
377. Yeah.
with tunnel ram and 2 Predator carburetors on.
Ooh.
At that time, was that just flux core welds that we were doing, or did you have gas?
Yes.
We were on a budget.
Yes.
We were on a
Yes.
budget. I was
Yes.
young. I did not know better.
I think everybody's been there.
It's just
Yeah.
a cage,
You
though.
got to make do with what you got, and
You back halved it though.
she ran 12s and held together.
Yep.
That's
That
pretty
wasn't
awesome.
too bad.
though. Yeah. Cool. It's come a long way since then, right?
Yeah, now we ran, what did we get? 704?
Yeah.
100,
On,
190, was it 196 or 198? 196. 194?
I don't know. You know your
What's the
time, so I-
difference?
yeah.
It's
It's up there.
fast.
Go back
190s.
in the old videos.
Check
There's
out the videos.
there's
That was
posts.
on big tires.
That was on big tires. Fastest on small tire we've been was a 4. Fastest with a ticket was a 478 at 158
Okay. On a no prep
on
surface.
in the 8th, yeah. But then the pass that it blew up.
Yeah, it was on one.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
going
on
fast for sure.
Just gonna go low. To check out the video to see that and see what happened.
Yeah,
I'll put that video on my page. Brian
I'll
will
link
to it.
I'll link
to
it in a different video because
Yeah.
I don't know when this will be
Mhm.
up. But okay, so the time.
What?
I just noticed I said queso lots.
Queso? Fuck, it's
Queso.
making me hungry.
Queso.
Quesadilla time.
Okay, so
Queso.
comment below what we should talk about in here. What do you want to know? Questions.
Everything. Everybody wants to know everything.
You want to know specifics about the car. You want to know times. You want to see pictures. You want us to talk about Mega Cash Days, small tire stuff. You
Turbo
want us to
John.
Talk about Turbo
Cletus.
John. You want us to talk about other people's pages. You want us to just delete all these videos.
Likely.
Burn the evidence.
take my channel offline. Just let us know what you want, and we'll try and make these better. What do you want back here? Do you want the big AFCO sign? Do you want like some guitars? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
We're giving them a lot
You
of.
know? You tell me what you want. We'll get it done for you.
Brian Gadecki, Little Pickle.
Okay.
Cut.
See you guys later.
Bam! Brian Gadecki! Brian Gadecki! Brian's gonna edit.
How much weight should I lose?
Why do you think you're so fat? Just come with me. Take care of ourselves. Eat real fruit out of a bag.